Okay. Am I hearable now? I'm hoping so, because okay. So a few issues. For some reason, I'm not able to see any of my chat. So, well, I can see all of them one at a time. So, if you say something and I don't respond, it's not because I don't like you. It's just it's easiest for me to see comments on YouTube. So if you're there, you should be fine. As far as Twitch, might be able to see them pop in on Twitch, but I can't guarantee you. So don't hate me or whatever. Maybe I can get Twitch. So. Well, if you're on YouTube or Twitch or anything, just say hey, and I'll see if I can see it or not. My everything updated, so I changed. Whew, it's a bad idea, I guess, but I updated to Windows 11, and mostly everything works okay. And excuse me, I've for whatever reason I'm sick today. Not sick, but I'm sneezing and snotting all over the place. But anyway, for whatever reason, I updated to Windows 11. Everything was fine except my stream elements. For whatever reason, I can't see chats. I can't see stats. I can't. I can stream. Luckily, we get some sound working, but see much of anything. So, go ahead, type in the chat, type in the stream. I'll see. I'll keep looking back to see if I can see anything. But welcome to the stream. I've just got so many toys. I gotta start opening them. Especially, I bet I could do a stream where I opened 100 toys. I think I have more than enough to do that. And if that'd be a great idea, but typically for these videos, which I'm trying to get used to, I have to keep talking the whole time. Even if we get one or two viewers or, three viewers or something, usually the upload of the live stream, so not the actual live stream, gets more viewers. So I have to make sure not to like shut up for too long, because then it'll be like a gap of nothing or me huffing and puffing and sniffing into the microphone. But first, I just wanted to show. So I reviewed this a couple of weeks ago. This is the Night of Vengeance Batman, Thomas Wayne Batman, and I got a new cape for him. I actually did a few things. I replaced his gauntlets. I replaced his cowl. Yeah, I replaced his cowl. I replaced the gauntlets. Now they're pointy and disgustingly. They hurt a lot, actually. Focus. Yeah. Yeah, so replace the gauntlets, replace the cowl, new cape. So this is a bendable, bendy windy cape. So we've got an actual bat cape here. Good and fun and nice, cute. Whatever. Replace the boots. Now he's got ankles that move. So this was, I think I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. I think now, uh, well, now we're doing a 10 point rating scale now. So it's not the same. But I'd say if this was a 5 before, it's now a 7 for sure. The accessories are great. The detailing is cool. It's a good looking Batman figure, but with the extra stuff I got it from eBay. I'd say it's a solid 7. It does scuff a bit. You can see here. It does scuff a little on the leg. The black parts. It's just 3D printed junk. Someone makes an extra focus. All right. Yeah, it scuffs a little bit, but it's not bad at all. And the toy already looks great with these extra things. He looks really Batman-y. So yeah, it's definitely a 7 now. They should have built it like this, but it's great. I got the cape from GPS Lot. If you don't know, GPS Lot is, I think, one of the most popular distributors of like capes and heads and bullshit like that. So they're on eBay, mass produced kind of stuff. It's not the best, but it still looks good. The quality when you hold the stuff, like this cape is cool, but you'll notice the wire here doesn't go all the way up. It's not the thickest wire. It's okay for what it is. It's a cape, right? You kind of feel them turning in the cape. These two, or this one wire, works well. It goes all the way through, but the other one's not so much. But yeah, so we'll we'll see if we can get him to stay standing after I just kind of messed around with him a lot. But yeah, I'm happy with that guy now. Much better. And we just did a review for our guy here, the Tyranno. I'm going to post that in the morning. I should have posted it today, but I got too into. But we're gonna open some stuff. I have a lot of stuff, too much stuff. I think we're gonna do too many things. I don't know. I think what we're gonna do is go do a little old and do a little new. And I do not see any comments yet. I do see people are here, but I don't see. Yes, there haven't been any. Let's do a little old. So I'm not the biggest Iron Man fan as far as like the character or anything like that, but I do like the armors, which I don't know, that's weird. Not a Tony Stark fan that much, but I do like the armors, and I found this one on sale. It's an older one, I think 2000. It looks like Black Panther, so it's got to be around whenever Black Panther came out. So that's 2017, maybe. I don't remember. In the first Black Panther, so I got this one. He is the Invincible Iron Man. Uh, I I don't think after looking at the toy in the box, I don't think it looks exactly like I envisioned Invincible Iron Man to look. I think it's a little scrawny. I don't know if it's just a weird body shape of it, but I think the toy still looks good. It just doesn't look to me like the open. Wow. One second here. Yeah, I personally don't like. I'm not like a box keeper. Well, I do keep some of the boxes because at some point, I'll go somewhere or move, and you don't want to. You don't want things to get damaged, right? But generally, don't see the point in just keeping boxes just to keep them. So this is like one I'll get rid of, definitely. But let's take a look. I'm just opening the first time here. So we get a Tony Stark head of a cartoony comic, more of one of those younger types. It's an alright head. It looks fine. We get two repulsor. Yeah, two repulsor hands, two fists. I do like the red and gold. Focus. There we go. Already on him. The back, I don't know if anyone cares. He comes with like a little gun thing that goes on his arm. But let's get him out of here. We have a little blast effect as well, like a pulsar thing. I got it. It's really weird putting your camera hand in front of the camera and trying to, that fits right into his hand like that. Having him out, he actually feels pretty all right. He's not like, oh, it's kind of tight actually. Um, really tight. I have to air blow that thing. Jeez, everything's tight on this guy. Actually, it looks like his, yeah, he's just really tight. So I gotta mess with that too much. Oh, I can't even get the shoulder up. It just feels like it's about to snap. So I'll make sure to heat that up first. Oof, don't like the sound of that. But the detail's pretty good. Like if you look in the back, you've got a lot of panel lines. Front, he just kind of looks scrawny to me a little bit. But I do like this armor. Bad. His feet are kind of big. Kind of got duck feet there. But I'm sure once I heat him up, get him in poses, it'll be good. This is actually the first Iron Man I've ever opened. I have a couple of them, and most of them are more exclusive, like imports and stuff. So this is one of my only. Well, do have another Marvel Legends. I have the classic kind of Marvel vs. Capcom one, and sitting on the side. But this one's kind of cool. I like how he looks. I think the feet are big. I wish I could pose him now, but I feel like I'm gonna break him. You should be able. I'm pushing pretty hard to move the shoulder, and it's just what I'll have to do if you're not, you know, accustomed to these things. Excuse me. You have to get a hair dryer or hot water, whatever. Put it in. It's all plastic, right? So it'll expand. Once that happens and it expands and you move it, it's usually a lot easier to move thereafter. Right. Oof. It's hard to make them stand when and like a little pansy for them. Hard to make them stand when move them. But yeah, I think he's a cool one. Oh, here's his little arm cannon that we've got. It's not really detailed too much, but that's kind of fun. I kind of like these things or things like this because even though Hasbro didn't do their job, I can still work with it. You can paint it, you can make it look better. Some of the coolest toys are customs anyway, so just being able to do that, I'm pretty sure I can paint that, make it look a little better. Let me put Tony Romo head together there. There's another toy here. Let's go with a newer one. So this is from this year. We've got the Green Lantern. This is a gold label. So this is I guess, the special edition one. There are two of these. So they're essentially the same figure, but two different costumes and different accessories as well. And you know what? Actually, something today. Here's a big old Walmart box. I'm sorry, this is too fun. I got a McFarlane box because they had a big sale, like a 12 days of Christmas thing, 50% off, and I got the whole wave, and it should include the regular one too. So those will be fun to actually open here. One there. Still no comments, huh, guys? You letting me down. All right, all of you. So I'm getting this open. So yeah, McFarlane had a sale, 50% off this particular wave. The figures here, and I just got them all. And they came in like 2 days. I was really surprised. McFarlane, I like your toys. You can, you can send me some free ones. You don't have to worry about me not reviewing them after months or whatever. So, like I said previously, this one's a gold label version, and we also have the regular, not gold label version. The difference is, okay, of course, we have different costumes. You can see here. This one comes with. I'm sorry about the sniffling. This one comes with uh, samurai armor and the sword. Uh, I'm not like a big Kyle Rayner fan. I think his costume is pretty cool, but I'm more of a Hal Jordan guy. That's what I grew up reading. Even though Hal Jordan is really boring, I'm more of a Hal Jordan guy. So I don't know as much about Kyle, but one of these is from the 90s. I'm going to guess it's that one. And this is a more recent one. That logo looks really familiar, so I'm guessing that's the 90s one. But this one comes with the Atrocitus torso. And so the rest of the wave, we have Deathstorm with the head and shoulder piece. We have Dead Superman, Black Lantern Superman with the legs. And lastly, which I think is the coolest one in the whole batch, we have a dead zombified Batman, all Black Lantern core. Uh, I think these are super duper cool. Uh, let's go ahead and open. I think I'll open the whole group later. I mean, like, there are a lot of people here expecting it, but I do want to open this one at least and take a look at them. I think Green Lantern. I always like the Green Lantern core. While I'm not like a big Kyle fan, it's always cool to have a Green Lantern. These are my only Green Lantern figures I have. I try to keep only one of figure I'm not like a huge fan of, and then everything else I have multiple. So for example, Iron Man, like I said, I'm not a Tony Stark fan, but I really do like the armors. So I have a few Iron Man. Power Rangers. I like Power Rangers, so I get the ones I think look cool. I had cool designs. Uh, but I don't buy multiples of those. X Men, I love X Men, so I try to get one of all the ones I like. I have a couple of Wolverines because of course so many, but he's got a cool card here and a stand. Comes with this will powered samurai armor, which I think would actually look cool on a lot of stuff. One thing with McFarlane toys, they're bigger than Hasbro 6 inch. So Hasbro toys are about 6 inches. They say they're 1/12 scale. Uh, McFarlane says he has 7 inch scale, which 7 inches isn't a scale; it's a measurement, but that's fine. But a lot of these things work with other figures, so I'm sure I could throw this on here, and it fits pretty all right. Even though it's meant for a bigger figure, it looks fine. It works. So if you're ever wavering on McFarlane toys, because they're bigger than your average Hasbro figure, and we say Hasbro's average because they make the most. The four of these on the table at Hasbro. You've got the Power Ranger, green back there. Those are all Hasbro. So if you're wavering on McFarlane because of that, I'd say don't. Especially when you're looking at their bigger characters. Bigger characters are good for uh, bigger characters in a bigger style. Just look more imposing, look cooler. There's nothing wrong with them. Um, if you're looking at the accessories, a lot of the accessories still fit. Maybe not the guns or something, but the swords are fine. They're just a little longer. That armor piece is perfect for a 6-inch figure, right? So it still works. And Hasbro is all Power Rangers and Marvel. Farland is all DC. So you can still have your DC line where all the toys fit the right scale and not have a problem because no one else is making DC stuff. All right, let's get that out of the way. And here we have our Kyle Rayner. One thing with DC toys, sometimes you pull them out and they feel amazing. This toy feels great. The plastic feels nice. He feels great. You can move around, I'm sure, no problem. Let's pull the sword out here. So it comes with a katana, uh, will powered katana, of course, because it looks good. It's not like too warped or anything either, which is usually a problem. But excuse me, let's get all these guys on here. So I don't see anything on Twitch. I don't see anything on YouTube. Guess we're still okay. But for it and voila. Here we have Kyle Rayner, souped up with his armor, all his junk on. Excuse me, and I think it looks great. A lot of detail here. Maybe you can't tell, but, but he has hair looks great. The costume's real simple, right? I think you could go in with some green shading, especially on the boots or the gauntlets here. But he looks great. I haven't even moved him out of his pose. That's just what he comes like in his box. But he looks cool. I like him. He unlike Iron Man is movable right out the box. And his ring, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. Ring looks good too. It's not super amazingly detailed, but it's detailed. You see it, it's there, it's a ring. There we go. We've got a hand. Maybe he's just gonna fall. Let's see if we can get him standing for a second here. My least favorite thing with action figures, not being able to. This guy's not bad at all, but a lot of time the joints are kind of detensed or locked to a certain way, and so they don't move the way you want. Um, but yeah, that guy looks cool. I'm really happy with that. If you guys want me to open the rest of the this wave, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, we'll go to something else. Oh, and here you can see the difference in height between the two. they're about a head taller. Uh, but each other back and forth. That's great. It's nice. We also have in the back, you probably see, we have Jean Grey, X Men animated series figure from Hasbro. This is the VHS box set. So it's not a VHS. It looks like a VHS box, but it's actually not. It comes from the same series as this Wolverine. So they're cell shaded so that they look like they're, you know, show or whatever. But of course they're not. They're toys. I'm not gonna open this one for a few reasons. One, it's more of a collectible than not. I'm gonna put the Wolverine back. You can see his box back there as well, above Iron Man's head there. I'm gonna put the Wolverine back. Um, I have the Mystique. Uh, the Jean Grey isn't like a great. There are other Jean Greys that I think look better, but the set together is it is a collectible. So I'm gonna have them all together. All the heads face the same way. There's a Storm. There's a Jubilee. There's a Cyclops coming out soon. So I'll have them all together and keep them in the box. I mean, they I don't know. They might not be worth anything. Might actually be. Who knows? They're not really popular right now. People don't like the cell shading. They want them to just be regular toys. But I get the appeal, which is why I got it. I liked that show when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. Um, so yeah, it was an easy get. All right. So that's Jean Grey. Let's see. So we did old and new. What's old? I don't have to follow my own rules, right? Do what I want here. So we're actually gonna do some more. I'm guessing new. I got a few boxes a few days ago. I don't know what's in them, but I'm guessing we can both or all prize. I'll say both right now because it looks like one viewer. So I've got a box here. I'm kind of paperweight. Okay, this is actually a really nice one. Kind of good surprise. We have the Spider-Man and his amazing friends pack. Fuck. You know, for all the trouble Hasbro goes through to save plastic and the environment and all that, they sure do use big boxes to like what the box that this came in was quarter the size of this table. It's way too big. But yeah, we have here Spider-Man and his amazing friends. And what else do we have here? Other box. Let me back. So you can see. I don't know if I want to open that one. I might as well. Maybe not today because that's a 3 pack and it has Spider-Man, of course, and his amazing friends, Iceman and that woman. Who knows her? How do I not remember this? Firestar. Marvel's Firestar. I used to watch that show a lot when I was a kid, even though it was really old back then. But it was just cool having Spider-Man on TV. But we have another box here. I don't know what's in here. And oh, okay. So let's do one generally considered good figure and one generally considered bad figure. Let's start with generally considered bad figure. First, we have I have to admit, I wasn't like a big of this toy, but this figure is part of a build a figure wave. If we look at the wave here, focus. Okay, so take a look here. All right, we've got Iron Man. I have him. Thor. I have him. Blue Marvel. I have him. Speedball. I have him. Quake. I have her. And U.S. Agent. I have him. I have all of these figures, but I do not have, did not have this height. When you have all the figures, you can build this guy. All the figures cost a little more than normal because they come with the build a figure. I had six of the seven, and I've kind of felt like I'm missing out on two figures if I don't get this one. So I was holding out. Glad I did because eventually they gave us what I wanted. We got the. I got this regular. They're $25 each Marvel Legend, especially these builder figure ones. $25. I think 22 or 23 without the big. It depends on when the figure came out, but I got this one for I think 10. And to me, it was worth it, even though it's not a figure I was super dying for. I get to finish the builder figure, so I have all the pieces, all the figures for it. I have the whole wave, which is seven figures. I got them all on sale as well. I didn't buy any of them for full price, so like they're regular 25. I'd say on average, I spent like 15 for each one. If this one was 10, there were a couple that were like 17 or 50. So I think I did pretty good. But here we have, I think a lot of people don't like the face on this one, but I think she's actually, it's a good face for the character. Here's the side of the box. There's the back. Does it pick up the front face? Okay. So let's open this one because she's the kind of weird to want a toy that you never thought you'd want, but you really want it because you need to finish something off. And I was looking for this for a long time, and I could find it online for 25. I wasn't going to pay that because it's not like I'm against character or something, but I don't have a Hydra build, right? I have an aim, group. I have have some aim soldiers in the back. I have evil mutants. I have a lot of bad guys, but I don't have Hydra and I don't have the Serpent Society. So she didn't really fit in where I was looking. Oh, great. Sorry, I didn't see your comments there. uh, thanks. Yeah, they look so goofy on the boxes. They do. But so here we go. I I did want. It's not I'm against it. I just don't. I'm not building around them. I usually like to get figures and build around them. So if I get, for example, I have this Tyranno. I also have the rest of the MMPR Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because they fit together. They work in the comics together. Uh, but I'm sure I can find somewhere for her. If you don't know, Hydra is the Nazi-esque group in Marvel, which usually is don't take this the wrong way, but usually I love to collect the group like that because bad guys, right? Super bad guys. But they haven't released Hydra Soldiers or anything in a long time, and I haven't been collecting for that long, so I missed out on that. Um, of course, you've got the new Red Skull, a couple of those. A Baron von Strucker is coming out soon, but you know, maybe I can start building that way. But let's take a look at this one. So here she is. I don't think she looks bad. But I don't think she looks bad. I actually like the head sculpt. Yeah, she's a bad guy. She should look pretty, but she doesn't. That's she gotta look like a bad guy. And it's not a bad sculpt either. I don't know why this isn't focusing. Here we go. So the face sculpt isn't horrible. Didn't Sorry, I didn't know that when I manually focused, it actually showed you that here. Boop boop. Left is right, right is left. All right, so this is her face sculpt. She looks evil, menacing, right? That's what she's supposed to look like. Don't see a problem with that. That's a lot easier. So I think it looks great. I actually might paint this so it looks a little better, uh, more intriguing. But the one thing with this one, it's an older body mold. So the elbows, the arms, are single jointed. Ooh, and she is stiff. Okay. So they only build up that much, which to me isn't a problem. But if you ever wanted to, all you have to do is kind of dribble away at the edge there. If you do that, you can get a little more bend. Also, with the legs, it got these holsters. With the legs here, if you dribble out a little bit on the thigh, you can get them to cross their legs more, which lets you do a little more like comic book female poses, which it's a little harder to do with these, but because this is an older body, but it's still okay. She doesn't get lots of movement because of the hair. Stay focused. They get a lot of movement because of the hair, but I think it's still pretty all right. Her guns. Oh, and of course in the back, we get the old Hydra logo there. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get the focus to work well. I think I'm gonna have to manually do it here. I'm putting the guns in her hands. She's gonna be in a little funky pose here, okay? It's not like don't judge me. Also, I got a couple of comments about my video about how, I didn't edit the photos or I didn't like the point of the photos at the end of the review videos are for you to see the figure, what it poses like. I wanted to avoid doing an articulation thing, but I had to. I in the newest video I did do an articulation, but that was the point of the pictures, so you do the articulation yourself. From now on, with the photos at the end, I'm going to do a set amount of poses. Um, kind of like, ooh. He also doesn't have lots of freedom there. So what I'll do is I'll heat this up, I'll pop it off, I'll take my Dremel tool and I'll Dremel in right under her chest there so that she can get more bend because if you can see, she doesn't really bend much at all, which makes it hard to do those poses you'll see in the comics. But anyway, yeah, I there's a reason for. I think she looks fine. She's actually I'm more impressed with her than I thought I'd be. But yeah, the pictures were not for like an artistic thing. It's just a fun thing, so you can look at it, see what the toy looks like when you actually move it around, um, and have a better idea of what's going on there. From now on, I'll make sure to keep other toys in there, so you can, I guess, a size comparison. I'll have an articulation section, so you don't have to worry about it. And you know, I'm going to start posting photos on Instagram, toy pics, because I do like taking photos of everything. uh, but I haven't posted enough toy photos, so I'm gonna do that. I've got plenty of toys to do it. I've got diorama or whatever, so I will be doing that soon. And another reason also I'm opening so many of these is because I need to clear off the shelf so I can actually put them in. I don't know if you can see, but in the back I have shelves full of boxes of toys. So let's fill those shelves with actual toys, not just boxes. She has hands here, extra pair of hands here. But now we also have the thigh for our guy's thigh. This is for the controller. It's big. It's a bigger piece. It's a bigger figure. It's a build a figure. So it's already pretty. So once I open the other toys that were on that list, we will have our controller. And maybe that's what I'll do. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm gonna do toy streams. So I'll plan it that way. If I have a wave, I'll open it, have the wave done. If I have and kind of theme it. So maybe Thursday we'll open these three guys. I actually have a couple of 2 packs, so we'll do a 2 pack Thursday. Man, I'm so 2 pack Thursday. Why did I think of that before? Whew. Okay, so that's one character who the characters loved for sure, but this toy is kind of not so favored in the community these days or recently. What's weird? What do you mean? What's weird? That's weird? What's weird? What are you talking about? It's weird. What's weird? Okay. Anyway, let me put this box with her stuff away. Also, if you're going to be collecting toys and stuff, get go to Amazon, buy baggies, and throw all the accessories, label them, put them in a box. That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what's going to happen with these. For example, Iron Man has got a bunch of bullshit back there. I'm just going to take it, this, put it in a bag, label it so you know where it is. You're not going to lose. Because I know. So the other figure, which is a character I think a lot of people like, but no, a lot of people don't like the TV show. That recently came out, but everyone seems to like this toy. We have She Hulk. And I think this toy looks great. It looks just like the character from the show. It looks like the actress. The tone is a little less green. Tupac Thursday. Okay. The tone is a little less green than I guess you would expect, but it's still green, right? I'm guessing. I'm colorblind. Who knows? But yeah, so here we have She Hulk from the She Hulk show. I did enjoy the show. I know a lot of people don't, and that's fine. I think it's a sitcom. I don't think it needed to be like Captain America or anything like that. Or Captain America, especially the second movie, I think are really good. She Hulk is not that good, but it's still fine for what it is. I thought it was a cute little show. Um, but this toy is really nice. If we look on the back, excuse me, I don't have the pieces for the rest of this build a figure. So we have Moon Knight, Moon Knight, so Midnight Mr. Knight, which I think are decent figures. If I can find them one day on sale, I might get them. We have Miss Marvel, which is a trash figure. It's an old. I like the show. It was cute too. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was all right. But the figure is just lazy. We have She Hulk, which is what we have here. We have Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, which I like that show. I'll probably get those two, and Sharon Carter, which I don't really want that. So I might not finish this wave. I might let it pass me. The Build a Figure, sorry, I didn't show that. The Build a Figure is Ultron from the What If series. He looks cool. I heard he's pretty short, like Kevin Hart short. So I don't know if I really need to pick that up. So pulling her out of the box, I know it's an it, but come on, guys. Please never oper that friends. Whatever. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to say, but I appreciate it. We have I guess a brick wall for the back. It's kind of cheap diorama things, but a lot of people take bad toy photos anyway, so it's fine. So hopping around here, like I said, I like the show. I think her costume was great. It is that Marvel realistic thing, but I think her look was great. I like that, you know. I like the character. I like the story they kind of pulled from the She-Hulk comic where she's in the Avengers and gets kicked out and joins a lot. I mean, the show is a little different, right? But here we go. Here we have She-Hulk. I guess asking for a hug here. But yeah, she looks great. I think the face nails the character. The hair looks nice. Now it is hard, so you're not going to get as much particular in it that much. She's big, so if we look at her next to, she is a lot bigger. This is the outfit. I think it's fine. Does she need to be in a onesie? Well, I guess it is still a onesie, but does she need to be in like a bikini? Not necessarily, but they kept the colors. She's big, like she should be. Uh, Maybe you'd want her a little more green, but it's okay. I like that her shoes, the articulation you get with the shoes here, it's pretty good, and it just kind of fits in there. I don't know how well she stands with these. We haven't tried. Also, I know if you watch toy videos with other people, a lot of times when they're putting their figures down to stand them, they just kind of push them down and try to get the foot to sit and don't do that. You're going to bend your knees on the figure. They'll get warped, especially the females like Madam Hydra. Uh, super easy to warp the super easy to warp the plastic there, and then you just end up the warped out knee or whatever it is. So don't do that. Take the time, heat up the figure or something. Get the feet flat. Try not to damage of figures, even though I let Green Lantern back there fall. So, and we've got, she does have fists. We got fists, and we've got the, why can't I think of the name of this character? Ultron, what if leg? And it looks like he's smaller than her, because if you look here, that knee, the bend there is under where this one would be. So he is pretty small, it looks like. Can't tell if this is the left leg or the right leg. This got to be the left. All right. Yeah, she is pretty big. Yeah, and I agree. The Amazing Friends it look kind of creepy back there. Uh, they look a little creepy back there. But hey, nothing wrong with creepy. I think that'll be a good opening. I'm actually really excited for the Iceman looks really creepy. Actually, he does. Looks like She-Hulk trying to protect us from them, or them from us. I'm not really sure, but oh yeah, he's a. I think she's a really great figure there. So what do we open? We've got one, two. Where did Iron? Oh, there's Iron Man. Open four. I go for one more. So we've done Hasbro, McFarlane. Okay, let's do one more. This is a third party figure from a third party company making their own figures, not based on anyone else's. Okay, so there's a subsection, I guess, of the community that collects fantasy toys outside of comic books. So, for example, instead of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, whatever it may be, you've got mythic legions, for example, dragons, skeletons, undead armies, orcs, that kind of stuff. And I like those things. I like mostly the kind of Dark Souls looking stuff. But I found, well, I didn't. Let me turn this brightness up. This light's about to die, which is why I found this toy. I found this. The combatants fight for glory. This one is called. This one is called Tadala. Tadala. And it's basically a gladiator woman. They made a whole series with dudes, and I was kind of not impressed with those. Didn't pick them up. Then they came out with these female bodies, kind of like a wave three, and these are really nice. The accessories are cool. It's by a third party company, so it's not Hasbro. It's not, or let's say, a smaller company because it's not third party. It's their own stuff, right? Whew. All right, everything fell out the box. Great. All right, so the theme of this is gladiators, and this is a gladiator. In the bag of accessories, we get a few things here. Ooh, Zoo. Okay. Okay, so we get a bow, an arrow, a sword. I've gotten two of these, two different characters, two different styles. I don't know the characters' names; they're not like a popular thing. But this one's cool. She's, of course, you can see she's black. Um, seem like I've seen reviews of these online. It seems like all anyone is kind of focused on is that they're female. They like those, and This armor comes off, so you can see some nips, uh, which is, I mean, that's fine if that's your thing or you're into that. But you know, it's a toy. It's kind of weird. But this one also has single joint, right? Elbows, double jointed knees. Ooh, that's a little stiff. Maybe we can get the other one. Yeah, there we go. The other one does fine. Double jointed knees. Um, they seem really flexible. Get leg up pretty high, back pretty far as well. So they seem really flexible, really nice. And what's really cool with these is it they come with accessories that really fit the theme. So of course we got the warrior. She's got a shoulder pad. Pretty sure the shoulder pad comes off. Yeah, take that off. Shoulder pad comes off, right? And you can take off all the armor, but they come with things like cool helmet. But you think, how do I get the helmet on? There's a lot of hair. The hair pops off. Right. I haven't opened this before, so I don't know exactly how it pops off. But no, it pops off. There we go. So the hair pops off. Hair pops off. So it's smaller instead of this, and you can fit on helmet. Trying to do without scratching anything. Tight fit, but get on. You got a helmet. You got a warrior. Um, and they do really good poses. They've got the double knees, the ankle pivot is nice. They come with extra hands, extra feet, so you can take off the sandals. You can, and what's really cool. So I have another one. This one has shorter hair, white. The weapons are different. It's more of a the mask, the helmet is different as well. The plume, it has a plume on it. The weapons are different for it. And you can switch and swap the armor, which is why they have like the armor comes off, right? But if you look in there, yeah, you can see a creepy eyes in it. It's pretty cool the detail they put in these. Um, so yeah, I think these are really cool toys. It's nice to get something from someone that's like a big maker, but it's also of quality. Um, the weapons here, weapons she has. So we have bow, we have arrow, we have sword, like I showed before. And they're cool, of course. But all the arrows are separate. I guess I will open it. Why not? Ooh. Oh, this is actually really, really neat. So we have the arrows here, and they're all actually separate arrows. You can pull them all out, knock them in the bow. They have a little notch, so you can knock on your notch. Look at that. That's cool. And the bow has an actual string. That's a real string on the bow. That's neat. So she can hold it. I don't put too much pressure on it. It's not a fucking bow, but you know. And then we've got a sword that she can hold. And I'm sure, let's see, get it to hold sword. Right, all right. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Balance on these is actually pretty. And there we go. The sword. I was trying to get it into a cool pose, but this table is like material over it. It's not like a flat table, so everything pushes in or something like that. But yeah, looks pretty cool. I think it's a really rad toy. I think they'll both be great. They have three altogether. I don't know if I'll get the third one. This is the other one has its. So you see that this one has more armor than this one, right? I think the one I didn't get has the most armor. Oh, they all fell. Batman didn't because he's yeah. I like these. I think they're great, and I think the hairpiece thing is just the coolest thing. It's just smart, right? Instead of switching the whole head, you can pop this off and boom. How's that look on Iron Man? Look at this guy. Riri Williams right here in the flesh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, uh, I think this is a great toy. Um, really well made. I don't want to call anyone out, but there's a review of a guy. It's kind of creepy because he spends most of the review, he spends most of the review fixing it. He broke the foot off because he wouldn't heat it up, and he just kind of pulled it off, and then it broke, and he thought he didn't break it. He thought that's how it comes off, and then he spent time gluing it and all that stuff, and then he took all the clothes off of all the figures and had them do lesbian stuff together. YouTube is weird what they allow and don't allow, but hey, they allow that, so that's fine, I guess. But yeah, cool figure, really nice. Got it for 5K toys. They might sell out soon, so if you're interested, you should definitely pop in, try to get it. Yeah, it's a cool toy. So thanks for tuning in. I'm like I said, I'm not feeling great. I was gonna play some Midnight Suns tonight, but I don't think I have the energy to do it on stream. I think I'm gonna have some tea, lay down, get ready for the World Cup game, which I think is tomorrow. Maybe it's the day after. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, and then what? Friday is the third place game. I don't know. I'll check. But I'm gonna get some sleep. Thanks for tuning in and watching. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna have a review for all of these toys except the ones I've already reviewed. I'm gonna try to get the reviews out faster. I'm not that like familiar with editing. Not that familiar with editing, so it does take me quite a bit of time. And then every time I go in there, it's like I want to do something else. I want to do something else. So in the new video you'll see tomorrow morning, it's gonna be a lot more in depth than my last video. But only a little longer. I don't want my reviews to be 10 minutes just for some ads. Whatever. I think honestly, I think all toy reviews could probably be done in. But you'll see it. Give me more ideas, comment, feedback. Great. Uh, Thanks for watching. Fun. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the World Cup if you're watching that. And the show, we'll have a podcast tomorrow. I have to clean this room tomorrow. All these fucking boxes of toys. But we'll have a podcast episode tomorrow, episode 110. I think we're at, 110 tomorrow. Tune in, same channels. You can catch us at Super Chevy Bro on Twitter and Super Chevy Bros everywhere else. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.